Right. 2 April 2025. And today I'm very excited to be giving you the morning trending news. So in the mornings, I give you all the trending news from across Africa, but specifically I focus on Zimbabwe. And currently, Zimbabwe is undergoing one of the most difficult transitions that you've ever seen. We are facing a massive change that is about to take place in Zimbabwe, and the man at the center is Kudata Gwirei. Kudata Gwirei is a Zimbabwean billionaire who's got interests in the oil and banking sectors. So Kudata Gwirei owns almost all the banking sector of Zimbabwe, the biggest assets, which is in insurance, in banking, and in other things. He's basically bought up all the banking sector of Zimbabwe. It is rumored that Kudata Gwirei is handling the finances for current Zimbabwe President Emerson Mnangagwa, and they meet, according to a discussion I had with Tinashe Jonasi, they meet every week. That is Kudata Gwirei, Mutuli Ngube, and the Reserve Bank Governor, former Reserve Bank Governor John Mangunjga, and also Sekuru Masuka, Anxious Masuka, is involved in the handling of the finances for Emerson Mnangagwa. What has happened is that in the past week, Kudata Gwirei has been co-opted into the ZANU-PF structures, and it is expected that Mnangagwa, who is currently in hiding, he is not in Zimbabwe. Mnangagwa left Zimbabwe just before the 31 March protest. It is expected that Mnangagwa is going to make a surprise announcement to fire General Chiwenga from his position as vice president, and is going to appoint Kudata Gwirei as the next vice president of Zimbabwe to replace General Chiwenga, and he's also going to name his young brother, Valerius Vanda, as the second vice president to replace Kembo Mohadi. What is expected is that after this move, there is going to be a full-fledged coup in Zimbabwe, leading to the removal of Mnangagwa. And this coup is going to be led not only by the generals, but also by soldiers at a lower level. So there is a massive support for General Chiwenga within the security structures of Zimbabwe, especially among the soldiers. The army of Zimbabwe is fully behind General Chiwenga, and it is expected that any move by Mnangagwa against General Chiwenga is going to result in a full-fledged coup. I mentioned last week that if a protest did not succeed on Monday and Mnangagwa was not removed by a protest, the next step will be the removal of Mnangagwa through a coup. And this coup is not going to be a bloodless coup. Currently, and this has been confirmed by many security sources, there are mercenaries in Zimbabwe from various countries, including India, Pakistan, Somalia, Uganda, and Sierra Leone, who are currently in Zimbabwe right now on standby. And these mercenaries will obviously go up against any coup plotters. So in the next few days, you're going to see a move, because it's no longer possible for Chiwenga and Mnangagwa to be in the same room as president and vice president. Too much has happened. And yesterday, there was a confirmation by ZANU-PF spokesman Christopher Mchangwa that Mnangagwa removed Zimbabwe National Army commander Ansela Msanyatwe to prevent or to stop a possible coup that was about to take place, or to coup-proof his government. All the top military generals in Zimbabwe have been removed since December. That includes the Air Force, the Zimbabwe National Army, the Zimbabwe Prison Service, the Zimbabwe Intelligence, and also all the brigadier generals. That is the generals at the barracks have been removed by Mnangagwa. Mnangagwa has not made any changes at the vice president level, and he is expected to make this change almost immediately. So the next Politburo meeting is expected to make a decision to co-opt Kudata Gure, and this is going to result in the so-called or planned coup. And we are all awaiting to see the next move by Mnangagwa, who is currently, or whose whereabouts are unknown. It is rumored that Mnangagwa is either in the UAE or in China. Mnangagwa left the country and left General Chiwenga as acting president. And what this means is that if anything was to happen, then General Chiwenga would take over as the next president of Zimbabwe. So let's see what happens. The biggest move that is going to trigger all this is the appointment of Tagwire as vice president. That is almost certainly going to trigger a coup, and the removal of General Chiwenga. These are two events that are connected. They are going to result in a military coup in Zimbabwe, and this is going to be a very bloody coup. It's not going to be the last, like the last coup where the president was removed through a parliamentary process. And this is because any move against Chiwenga is going to result in a number of people in the security sector being killed for the reason that they participated in an attempted coup. So this is a matter of life and death. I've mentioned that this is a matter of life and death. Both sides know that whoever moves last loses, and whoever moves first wins. So General Chiwenga, as I said, by Friday we'll have a proper understanding of what has happened. But it is expected that by Friday, either Chiwenga will be president or he will have been removed. And if he's removed, we're going to have Tagwire as one of the vice presidents, and we're also going to have Valerio Sibanda, who is the young brother of Mnangagwa, as the second vice president. Valerio Sibanda and Mnangagwa have the same father. They share the same father, or their fathers are brothers. One of those two, and Mnangagwa has been seen at the home of the father of Valerio Sibanda. So many people know this relationship, and this is in an attempt to protect assets, the financial asset, the massive financial asset that Mnangagwa has got in Zimbabwe. Mnangagwa knows that it's not possible for him to go beyond 2030, but at the moment he is pushing that narrative to confuse people. People are getting confused, but the actual plan is to put Tagwire, who is the handler of his finances, into the position of president. So eventually they want to put Tagwire into the presidency and keep Valerio Sibanda as one of the vice presidents. And as you know, Mnangagwa and Opam Chinguri are very close. The Minister of Defense, Opam Chinguri, they are very, very close together. As you can see, one of the other handlers of the finances of Mnangagwa, Wikno Chivayo, who is handling the international portfolio of Mnangagwa, you can see him almost everywhere. Where Mnangagwa is, he is traveling wildly from one country to another, speaking to presidents from various countries, and it is expected that Mnangagwa will get support from various African countries in the event of a coup. So such countries as Kenya, Tanzania, South Africa, and most likely Namibia will be involved. But my understanding is that the biggest supporter of Mnangagwa is Sierra Leone, which has sent a number of mercenaries into Zimbabwe. We also have Uganda, and as I said, Somalia has sent in some soldiers as mercenaries. All this is well known within the security structures, the security people of Zimbabwe. A lot of money has changed hands ahead of the 31 March protest, and the security structures are decimated. There is a massive vacuum within the security structures, with no instructions coming, with the new generals not aware of what to do, not understanding who is who, and not understanding how things are being controlled, with everything being controlled from the president's office, and the joke is decimated, not meeting anymore. The Joint Operations Command is not meeting. Everything is done from Mnangagwa's office at the moment. And as I said, Mnangagwa himself not present. The police were operating without instructions during the crackdown last week. And it is rumored that intelligence itself is in a massive problem with garbage information being sent out. So because of the support for Chiwenga, a huge number of agents within counterintelligence are sending what is called garbage information to Mnangagwa to confuse the situation. There is massive confusion, and no one within the security structures knows what is going on, leading to this situation we have now, where the information that is going to Mnangagwa and also to the rest of the generals who are currently being appointed is not reliable, including what is going to happen next. There is no proper understanding within the security structures of what is going to happen next. And they are frantically looking for who is involved in the plot. So on a daily basis, within the security structures and Mnangagwa's office, they are frantically looking at who is part of the plot. So let's see if I have any interesting comments here while I'm going. Okay, all right. So we said Tagore is going to be the trigger. Is going to be the trigger of what is going to happen. But Mnangagwa is not going to move back because of the financial interest. There is a massive financial interest. Tagore is handling all the finances of Mnangagwa. And there's also the possibility that if anything was to happen, this coup is not going to be bloodless. It's going to be very, very bloody. So tonight, we're going to have an announcement. This announcement is going to come from war veteran Blessed Geza, and we're all waiting to see what he's going to do. It's going to be very, very interesting. Okay, so I think I've covered that. I don't want to say a lot. I'll be back here tonight, as usual, or later on today. I expect a lot to happen today. So now let's go through some stories. And we have a lot of stories. Let's start with what has happened in Zimbabwe. So as I said, 98 protesters have been arrested and appeared in court. 94 were arrested in Harare during the protest. And those protesters who were arrested are currently in custody until the 10th of April. And 4 of them were arrested at their homes. 94 were arrested on the site. Most of the arrests took place from the group called Comrade Nyokaima Bunu. Intelligence went into that group and took pictures and video of people who were talking, and then arrested the people who are said to have been involved in the protest. So if you are involved in any protest, do not share your pictures or videos in a group. You get arrested, they'll come to your house. And they did do that. So do not share into Comrade Nyokaima Bunu's group your pictures or saying that I'm here or I'm there. What you do is you WhatsApp me directly. If you want us to share something, you WhatsApp me directly on this number and we'll share your pictures. So don't share into a group where there's a lot of people, because they'll come to your house and arrest you. So please, when you are wanting to share something, do it on that number. You can also share to other people like Opo Chungono. He's quite reliable and he won't share information with the goons, Mnangagwa. So Chibaya, the CCC organizer, very close to Nelson Chamisa, has been convicted and found guilty. Chibaya is going to be sentenced on Monday for a gathering that happened in 2023. So Chibaya and 4 others have been convicted, and we've got a serious situation in our hands Amos Chibaya is a very critical, almost right-hand man for Nelson Chamisa. And other people are Costa Machingauta, Monica Mukwada, Aletta, Viremai, and Lancelot Tungwarara. They've been convicted, and the sentencing is on Monday. We expect that there might be some sort of jail term here. So let's all be alert of this situation. 20 people have been found not guilty who were part of a gathering at Chitungwiza. And this happened in 2023. Chibaya has been attending court for a very, very long time. And we need to support Chibaya for the work that he's been doing over the past year. Now, let me go to other stories. And in Caesar South MP, Farai Taruwenga has died. So Farai Taruwenga died on Monday. He's a prominent businessman, and his mine in Matabele employed hundreds of people. He is someone that has been suffering from cancer for a very long time. He was previously in India for treatment, and he has passed away on Monday. He's survived by 2 wives and a number of children. So very prominent ZANU-PF MP from East South has passed away on Monday. May his soul rest in peace. And then let's go to Ruth Makandiwa. Ruth Makandiwa has wished Gogo Makandiwa a happy birthday. You can go check it out on her page. I like Ruth Makandiwa. She's amazing. I remember when she first got married to Makandiwa at Bulawayo, she was quite new in the marriage, and she was having her first children. That was amazing. I'm so happy to see them developing. Makandiwa family doing very, very well. And then the detective who killed Detective Cassandra Hove, Nomoe Muradzikwa, has been granted $100 bail. So this detective was involved in a shootout with a robber in Pumula, and he shot at the robber in front of the house of a prophet. And what happened is the bullet hit the robber, did not enter the robber. Instead, it ricocheted back, according to himself. It ricocheted back and hit Detective Cassandra Hove in the chest, who dropped and died. And he then confessed after a number of days. That is the one who fired that bullet and not the robber. So Nomoe Muradzikwa is a detective at Hillside Police Station in Bulawayo and has been arrested. Obviously, he's been in jail in custody. I don't know why they're arresting him if he's saying the bullet ricocheted. So he's been granted $100 bail, and he's going to be going back to court over the murder, the death. I don't think it's a murder if the bullet ricocheted. So let's see what happens over there. It's crazy and unbelievable. And then the Portras has issued a statement on Weeknoch Vibe. They're saying that the granting of the IMC license was above board, and an amount of $10 million was not paid to secure that license. So you can go check it out on Portras. This is crazy. I cannot believe what these guys are doing at Portras. Very terrible situation taking place over there. And then in South Africa, before I go to some entertainment news, I want to go to South Africa. There's a trending news of a man called Joel Sangweni. So Joel Sangweni is trending because he has put out a Facebook post in which he claimed that he's failing South African students and passing Zimbabwean students. This is the University of Johannesburg. So you can see this is a very distressing post that Joel Sangweni has put out. A very controversial statement. And Joel Sangweni, it has been confirmed, is not a lecturer at the University of Johannesburg, but he was some sort of tutor. So the University of Johannesburg has issued a statement to say the University of Johannesburg is aware of a social media post by Mr. Joel Sangweni, who falsely claims to be a lecturer at UJ. Mr. Sangwe is not employed by the university in any capacity. He briefly served as a tutor in 2024. While Mr. Sangweni has claimed that his account was hacked, UJ is investigating the matter. The university takes academic integrity seriously and will take strong steps, including legal action, against any person who, by omission or commission, undermines the commitment to academic integrity. UJ distances themselves from the remarks and is considering legal action. I do not know what is happening over here, but this is crazy. And I think this man is just trying to get attention and to trend. As a temporary tutor, I think he just has got nothing better to do. UJ is a very nice place. I like UJ very, very much. And I think this is crazy, what he has done. Then, still in South Africa, popular actor Nkanyiso Mchunu has been reported by his girlfriend, and the girlfriend has made a police report against him. His girlfriend says on Sunday after midnight, Mchunu arrived after very late, and there was an argument, after which she accused him of hitting her. She says Mchunu caused her to have bruises, and she says that this is the 6th time that he has hit her. However, Mchunu responds by saying that she is his ex-girlfriend, so she's called, if I'm not mistaken here, Masichaba Mona. He says she's his ex-girlfriend, and he was surprised to get home and find her in his house. So that is Sunday morning, after midnight Saturday. He says when he arrived, she tried to grab his phone and look through his messages, and he did not want her to look into his phone as she is his ex-girlfriend. He says she stayed over on Sunday morning. She only left on Sunday night. And when she left, nothing was wrong with it. Nothing, she had not been beaten or anything. And he was surprised to hear on Monday that she had reported him for beating her up. And he says she had no reason to touch his phone. Mona said the relationship with Mchunu was amazing until she started seeing phone calls between him and other girls in his phone, and he asked them about it. So if you are a girl, don't touch a man's phone. You see something very dangerous in it. So let's go to Zimbabwe now. What a story that is in our favorite newspaper, the H Metro newspaper. You have never heard this story before. And this story is wild. So there is a man called Richard Nomoe, a Zimbabwean man called Richard Nomoe. Richard Nomoe was in jail after he was accused of killing his girlfriend, Angela Dapi, in 2019. So you can see this story. It was done by Matthew Masinge and my favorite journalist, Latwell Nyangu. He says, the story says, Richard Nomoe was pardoned in 2020 by the High Court judge who ruled that he was mentally unstable when he strangled his girlfriend, Angela Dapi, to death. The two were at a hotel, and that is where Richard killed his girlfriend. So what happened is that 6 years later, Richard became crazier and crazier as he was being haunted by the spirit of Angela. So he was being haunted. He would see the ghost of Angela everywhere he went. And this happened at a hotel called Elizabeth Hotel. He was seeing Angela's ghost. He would say that Angela was asking him to go Unoripangozi or to pay restitution. But since he was not working, his relatives did not want to help him. So the ghost was tormenting him until he decided to end himself. So this is a bad situation. This ghost was haunting him and he would see her. everywhere he went. So serious situation there. That is Angela Dapi, who killed his girlfriend, Richard, Angela Dapi. So Richard Nomoe, who killed his girlfriend, Angela Dapi, at Elizabeth Hotel in 2019. Sad situation over there, and you can go check out the full story in the H Metro newspaper. Let's see if there's anything else of interest. Pastor G has lost a lot of weight. Go check it out. So when I was in Harare a few years ago, I was with we are not in Simba. We went to one of the restaurants and we met Pastor G over there. Now he looks very different. I just think he needs new clothes because the clothes that he's got, they look like someone else's clothes. So guys, you cannot lose weight and then continue to wear the clothes that you're wearing when you still had the weight on. Then let's see fitness at Boso. Pepe calls for improved fitness at Boso. The Boso team is looking amazing. Let me show you guys what the Highlanders team is looking like. I like this uniform of Highlanders. So let me show you what the Highlanders team is looking like. The Highlanders boys, they're looking very neat. Sorry about looking away. I have to put this here. So that's Boso. The team of Boso Highlanders, probably the best dressed team right now in the Premiership of Zimbabwe. Check this out. It's unbelievable how the Highlanders guys, their uniform is amazing. So they've done a lot of work on this uniform. The kit, the soccer kit of Highlanders. So check it out. This is the Highlanders kit. These guys look amazing. The actual kit itself is beautiful. And I hope that they do better in terms of playing. So Highlanders, one of the top teams, always in the above half. They're always above the halfway. Same thing with Dynamos. These are the two biggest teams in Zimbabwe. So next week, I'll show you the Highlanders, the Dynamos uniform. Amazing stuff. Right, now let's look at the Herald newspaper. I want to go and check out what's in the Herald newspaper. So I'm going to walk you through the Herald newspaper of this morning. I haven't had a chance to look at most of the newspapers because we have a serious situation developing in Zimbabwe, which needs me to really think hard about. It needs me to digest and to talk about a lot of things because we are going to be facing one of the most busiest periods in the media. What is coming now is unprecedented. You have never seen what is coming now. So installation of critical infrastructure is almost complete. That is the Gogo is going to happen in Gogo. And as I've been saying, they are using old pictures of Mnangagwa. Mnangagwa is not in the country. And then Zimbabwe to unveil funding of HIV. Guys, do not play. It's going to be very dangerous in Zimbabwe. People are going to drop because of the current situation. Right, so I don't see anything new that I want to show you here now. If there's anything of interest, I'm going to bring it to you tonight. So Jali, here, Emmanuel Jalai, Inkas Debare Tenacity. This is the uniform of Highlanders, of Dynamos. I'm not so sure I like it. So you must check it out. I'm not so sure that I like it. But this is the current, one of the top Dynamos players here, Jalai. You can go check it out in the Herald newspaper. Let's see what is in the Chronicle newspaper. Chronicle Zimbabwe. Let's see what is over there. Chronicle Zimbabwe. Right. There's nothing new. I don't see any new story from the Chronicle. They haven't published since Monday. That was the last time that they published. So let's go and look at Business Day in South Africa. Let's see what is over there. So Business Day of South Africa. Okay, what is the story in South Africa? The big story in South Africa is ANC makes final budget offer. There is a big fight in the GNU of South Africa with the DA and ANC failing to agree on what needs to happen with the budget. So the USA and South Africa are in a massive fight. There is currently an almost continuous fighting between the United States and South Africa. South Africa is an important player in Africa. However, the United States is very important. They want South Africa to stop some of the things that they're doing, and they've not made it a secret. They've placed South Africa under sanctions. And today, there is a story of another 2 laws that are being flagged by the US as being dangerous. However, the biggest story is the Constitutional Court ruling by the South African Constitutional Court, which says that the singing of the song Duwula Ibunu is not hate speech. So this is going to be even a bigger problem between South Africa and the United States. The AfriForum is going to be taking this ruling to the international courts because they believe that this is hate speech. So, and the Americans have already said there's a genocide against Afrikaners in South Africa. So watch out for even more fighting between America and South Africa. And there's only one loser. South Africa is going to lose that fight. Okay, now let's recap and bring this to an end. We say that this week we expect Mnangagwa to make a massive move against General Chiwenga. The 2 of them can no longer be in the same office, as Mnangagwa believes that Chiwenga was going to be a beneficiary of a coup. So what Mnangagwa plans to do is to replace Chiwenga with the businessman Kudata Gwire within the shortest space of time. And this is expected to anger the generals, resulting in a full-fledged coup within this week. Mnangagwa is going to move very fast because he's currently out of the country, and he has left just before the 31 March protest. It is not known where Mnangagwa is gone, which country, whether he's gone to China or UAE, but it is expected that he's going to move and replace Chiwenga with Kudata Gwire. He's also going to replace very ill Kembo Mohadi with the General Valero Sibanda, who is the commander of the Defense Forces. This comes after Mnangagwa has replaced almost every general and every commander in the Zimbabwe National Army since December, including intelligence, police, Air Force, Zimbabwe National Army, and, as I said, almost every general. The war veterans have now become the biggest supporter of Chiwenga, with Mnangagwa expected to make a statement tonight, a very important statement. That statement is going to be life-changing. That statement that is going to be made today, you have never heard anything of that nature ever in the history of Zimbabwe. That is going to trigger something very big today. So tonight, 8:30, most likely, stay alert, avoid moving around, chill out in your house, and watch Mnangagwa. It might come earlier than expected. So it might come any day today, because what is going to happen has never been seen. We're also going to get an understanding of what has happened to Mnangagwa, if Mnangagwa is out of the country or if he has been captured. And there's a possibility of that Mnangagwa has been captured. It's not been seen for a very long time. Remember, also mentioned that there are rumors that Mnangagwa collapsed at State House. However, I've confirmed with people that know Mnangagwa that he did not collapse that day. So there are certain people that I know who are very close to Mnangagwa who say that he did not collapse after meeting the diplomats. So Mnangagwa did not collapse at State House and was not captured by the general's bodyguards, like was said in a statement that was circulating on the day that Mnangagwa met with the diplomats. You remember this day when Mnangagwa was so excited to meet US ambassador to Zimbabwe. That was amazing. Mnangagwa it was like he won the lottery that day. So let's see what happened afterwards. Let's see what's happening. But what I can tell you is that our country will never be the same again. And I would like to ask all the young people, 98 people are in jail. We had a lot of other people in jail. Let's not allow these guys to stay in jail. So let's make sure that they get out. Whatever it takes. Let's make sure these guys get out. We don't want people. Where is Nyoka Mabunu? You want me to call Mkoma Nyoka Mabunu? Mkoma Nyoka Mabunu. Let me try to call him. Let's see. Mkoma Nyoka Mabunu, I know he's a very busy man. So let me try to call him. I'm going to put myself on mute just now. All right, he's still sleeping. So let's leave him to sleep. Then go on. I'm sure people in ZANU-PF like you. You need to change your style. It is not too late for you. What do you want me to change? Go on. What is wrong? Dumula Ibunu and the Nyoka Yamabunu. That's crazy. That's crazy. That is Tiriwangani Marumbe. Same thing. I don't even know what to believe anymore. Yet I keep watching you. Yes, lady, I'm addictive. Tapira. Pisa. Semoto. Man, this week rebellion really exposed a lot of people. I agree with you for once. Mkoma one-on-one. If you are going to hit it Mnangagwa, you don't hit soft. That man is dangerous. Mnangagwa is very dangerous. People don't know it. You don't go after Mnangagwa and go half. You need to give Mnangagwa the full punch if you're going to go after him. If you give Mnangagwa half a punch, when he comes back at you, it's going to be a very dirty fight. So, Ana Chiwenga, Ana Mudara Geza, they must be aware of what is coming. And this is not the time for half measures. You need to finish the whole thing. That's all I can say. And Mkoma one-on-one, I agree with you. You don't go out with this man. There are so many guys who've been killed after trying to do a coup in Zimbabwe. I'm talking here of the 19 guys who were killed at Darondo. I think if you Google it, you'll find it. They were not even trying to do a coup. They were just suspected. And they were taken out. During the last coup, my understanding is that so many people died that I don't know and that you don't know. So let's not allow the situation to develop to that level, because this is going to happen again. You also know about the 47 generals who have passed away. So this thing needs to be ended. The current system, Mnangagwa, we can't continue to have that. That is not a country. We are not running a country right now. And everything is deteriorating. We cannot have that situation, and that should be addressed. Gabakwe, you are a liar, but I'm addicted to you. You are addicted. Let me tell you about Mve before I go. So for the UK, we've got a special. So this is 200 grams of Mve. So let's remove my sponsor would like it if I keep this banner. So this is 200 grams of banner. This is the 200 grams of Mve. This is a dosage for a month. The only dosage of organic Mve. For the UK, we are currently running a special between today and 18th of April. 2 packets. If you pay for one, you get 2 packets. And that means you'll be stronger than an ox. 1 liter engine turns into 3 liters. 1 kickstart, and you don't have to crank it. So let me give you some of the benefits. And also some of the guys asking me, how do I know that it's working? When you drink Mve, this Mve, there are a number of things that you need to see. So firstly, you must physically see yourself growing. Your muscles must grow. Like every single muscle in your body must grow. And kana wanga uchinyara kumira pama baby, unenge wa confident, wa kumira wakasimba, and your body is going to show signs of strength. You're not going to be weak at any moment. Do you see me when I'm shooting? Now I was shooting before you slept. If you drink mve, you're gonna have extreme energy, and it's organic energy. You're also not going to be sick. No coughing, no sniffing, no diseases, nothing. It's a super herb, mve. And kana shanda ma shift, you're going to work a shift completely with no problem. If you're a woman, you're going to be having the hourglass figure. Your skin is going to be soft. Mufeso wako anotapirirwa, anochema seari pamariro. Mufeso wako anochema seari pamariro. Akaona mama baby anabasa navo, because anenge achiziva kuti you are the best. Pane zvimwe zvakawanda zvinoita mve kumababy. Baby anomwa mve anokumhanyisa semukadzi waFarao achimhanyisa Joseph. That is how it works. It makes kuti munhukadzi afarire zvimwe zvinhu. Yeah, so kana mukadzi wako asingafariri unotsvaga mve womupa 1 tablespoon in the morning in boiling water and 1 tablespoon in the evening before bed. And kana uri muchinda, let's say uri kupinda mugame and you feel like you don't want to play anymore, you can also use mve. There are instructions which will give you for how to make it work. Atidi vanhu vanotambisa chance vakapuwa pena vokavira mudondo. Tinoda munhu anopedza basa rake. So sekuru wako vanga vane vakadzi 7, iwe uri kutadza mukadzi 1. We don't want it. Atidi vanhu vakadaro. That is what this thing does. Mve, amazing herb from Zimbabwe, and we're sending it to the UK. 2 packets, only UK. 2 packets if you buy 1, and that's amazing. So currently we only have about, let's say, 50 packets left. So don't delay, because that will end after 50 packets. I'd like to thank all of you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the evening. I have got a feeling that today I'm going to come back. I have a feeling that today I'm going to come back here and give you an update, because this is the day. Everyone is waiting for this day. All the intelligence services are waiting for this day to see what Mdarageza is going to say. And it's going to be amazing. The days of Mnangagwa are over. Mnangagwa is gone. But what is coming? That is the question. I'd like to thank all of you for watching, and a good day to you all.
South Africa, my issues in Zimbabwe, Zimbabweans. Issues in Zimbabweans, issues edu. Right? And the taka batana, so the problems are what right? Tataura ne also my political players. Vanacha Misa, Vanacha Baya, Vanasikara, Vanabiti.